Hello, let's do Wordle for Monday, August 17th. Yesterday we spun the wheel. It said to start with grasp. All right, just an R second where it loves to be. Common letters left are T, L, N. P is gone. We could use a C if we wanted to. It'd be really nice to have an E, I suppose. So I'm thinking something like CR actually, ending in E. Crone. That's pretty good. All right, it does end in E. That's not surprising with an R second. I could try I here. What goes before the R? It could be a D or an F or B. Can I get a T here? Fright, dright, bright. I mean, bright is sometimes spelled that way, but it's kind of a weird spelling. Right, though, with a W. Let's give that a try. Oh, so it's TRI, something E. Wait, what is it? Tribe? Tribe. Okay. Good day for trace starters, I think, unless it's trappy. All right, not too bad. Maybe I should have gone with TR here instead of CR. I didn't really consider that, but I don't think it was horrible to do CR. Let's, before we do anything else, let's spin the members wheel and see what tomorrow's starting word will be. Ooh. Shart, just by Radtech. So everyone always gets a good laugh at this one. So if you want to follow along, then shard along with me tomorrow. And I'm sure that makes you really want to do it. All right. Let's do some analysis here. So the answer was tribe, and we guessed grasp. So there's 103 words left. Actually, not as many as I thought end in E. There's a good amount, but there's plenty that don't. This is just cried, C-R-I-E-D, or trice, or tried. But cried is the best. I did crone, so it wasn't a bad idea to do CR. I just picked the wrong CR, I guess. Crone wasn't horrible, 2.893 compared to 2.874. So yeah, at the bottom. So it's not top 10, but it's not horrible. And then here it suggests to just get the answer of tribe. That's usually a good idea to just guess the answer. I went with right, which is, it's in this big block of 2.5s, 2.25s, I mean. Sorry, it's actually not that big. It's these four that are in 2.250. After right, it was tribe or trike. Actually, I think I remember when trike was the answer. I think so. Like short for tricycle. It was either the answer in Wordle or something else, but I have a distinct memory from like maybe 3 years ago. But anyway, maybe not so distinct memory. All right, so I got that in 4. It suggests cried. With cried, we do know it ends in E still, and it just says do a tribe in 3. All right, so tribe is just a good guess in these cases. It starts with least. We have the T and the E. We're going to go tighter to check for the double T. And now we are down to 4 words. Tribe, trice, trike, and tripe. So T-R-I blank E is white the trap. And we have just enough guesses left that we don't lose. So it could be as bad as this, but it's basically a 3, 4, 5, or 6, depending on luck. So yeah, nasty actually. I think we might have some people losing on the TRIE trap. At least tribe is one that's a little bit easier to think of. Like trice and trike aren't that easy to think of. Tripe, not even. So tribe, it is the kind of the most common word of that list. All right. Steel is going to be similar, but they're in different spots. We're still doing tighter, and then it's the same trap. Okay, so nothing different there. Adieu is the most common starting word. With the I and the E, we're just going to test R here, E at the end with price. And then it says tribe is just the best guess here, so hey, why not? I mean, there were plenty of others. There was trike. So the reason, actually, yeah, trite and tribe, trite and trike. But the reason tribe is gone for is because we also have other words with B. And that's actually interesting because if the B was green, we know it's bribe, and if the B is yellow, we know it's not bribe and it's brine. So that's really handy. But anyway, it was the tribe, so it doesn't matter. All right, audio. Second most common starting word. With the yellow I, we go style. And then here it's going to go spite. We are worried about this TRI blank E trap. And in order to avoid that, we can't go into it right away because there are actually tribe, trice, trike, tripe, and trite all left. That is 5 of them, and we only have 4 guesses. So if we go right into it, we might get unlucky. So it's saying go spite. And what spite is doing here is, even though it is a filler, because we know there's no S, it is telling us about tripe and trite at the same time, because that T will be green for trite. And in that case, now that's like doing 2 guesses in one. And so now we are down to tribe, trice, trike, trice, and twine along. Oh, sorry. Tribe, trice, trike, because we ruled out tripe and trite. So there's only 3 left, and we have 3 guesses. There's also thine, twice, and twine, which we're not worried about. So it's going to go right into trice here. It's going to get into that trap right away. It needs to, but also it gets you twice if it happens to be twice. That's why it's a little better. And here it doesn't really matter, 50-50 between tribe and trike. So it could be 5 or 6 in this case. But yeah, you have to have anticipated that. I'm not sure how many would have. Stare, another common starting word. We're going to go brute and then tribe. That B is very handy. If we do a follow-up without the B, this is tied, tort, then we're in the trap, which is very unfortunate, right? So we could do, like, all of these are equal. So we could avoid tribe for a bit and get it in 6. So 4, 5, 6, or sorry, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So really, really depends on luck today. Pert has the highest chance to get it in 2. Tribe is right here. So it's possible you'd think of tribe over tighter. But unfortunately, after tighter, now there's that trap. So it could be in 2. How many are left? There's 43 words left. So if you're doing a random one from this list, it's 1 in 43. All right. And finally, tarps is what the official bot starts with. We know it starts with T. We're going to do trite. And then now we're in that trap. So it depends on what it goes for first. It might do tribe earlier. We'll see. Let's check with the official bot, see how people are doing today. Wonder how many lost to that trap so far. Okay, got it saved. Let's check the bot here. Give me an 87 skill. Okay. So what did people do after grasp? Crime, trend, trice, trunk, drink, trick, crone, broil, and front. Of course, broil did the best because you're getting that B. The B is extremely important. So that's why that did well. We also have trice doing well, which I believe was what the other bot suggested was trice, or at least in the suggested list. Who did worst? Drink did the worst at 2.6. All right. Right of 74 skill, and then tribe 99. All right, tarps, trite, tribe is what it does. So it gets lucky there. Tribe is 0.4. 0.4 starting with tribe, 7.9, 35.1, 66.1, 86.8, 97.3. Yeah, people losing on what we'd expect. Trite, trike, trice, trine, tripe, tried. Some of these aren't even on the answer list. All right, let's refresh and check on regular mode. PNG. Sometimes you just don't think of the common one. So people went, oh, drink, really, really common after this. I wonder why. Trend, drone, trick, fruit, truck, brink, crude, cited is what it would do, which is a filler, which is why no one did it. And then crone is what I did. No one else did crone. Brink did the best because of the B. Who did worst? 2.9 from fruit. Drink did a little bit better on this one than on hard mode for whatever reason. All right. And we've got slate, chirp, tribe. Chirp is a filler because there needs to be a T in the word. All right. It's probably getting rid of trice and tripe by doing chirp, among other things. 0.7 starting with tribe. I think there's a good number of people who start with tribe. Maybe people who are in a tribe, perhaps. 6.7, 31.1, 62.6, 84.9, 96.3, losing on the same kind of words. All right, well, how'd you do?